everybody, welcome to another vlog. It's almost noon, but I decided to pick up the camera because I missed y'all. And I wanted to talk to somebody because it gets a little lonely in this house sometimes. I'm working on a project right now. It's a special order for my Aunt Judy. She wanted me to do Faith Over Fear on a canvas. She wanted me to paint it, and I was a little confused as to how I was going to do it because I used my Silhouette machine. If you're not familiar with what that is, basically it's like a Cricut, just a different brand. I've had my Silhouette machine for a very, very long time. I actually bought it from one of my other aunts. So yeah, I decided to finish a special order project. All I have to do is put a clear coat on it, but I wanted to thank all of the people in my life that support me and they support my small business, because sometimes people don't order. It's the people closest to me that do support me on this journey. If you're watching this, you know who you are. If you've ever bought a piece of my art, or if you've ever wanted me to make anything that was special order, I appreciate every single part of that, because without you this wouldn't be possible. And yesterday I was kind of down in the dumps and I was in my feelings about my journey in life and kind of where I'm headed, and you know, I see the money coming out of my bank account. If you're new here, welcome. My name's Tyler. I forgot to say that, but if you are new here, I recently quit my job about a month and a half ago. Actually, it's been longer than that. It's been a couple of months almost, but I quit my job and I stepped out in blind faith, and I'm living off my savings right now, and I'm creating art. And recently I learned how to make candles online, and so I've been making candles, and I shipped out a couple of orders yesterday, which was really good. But yeah, I just wanted to thank the people in my life and that support my art journey and support me. I don't know, I think my love language is quality time, but I think one of the most meaningful things to me is when people purchase my art from me, because it makes me feel like I'm doing something of service in this life. Because if you're a starving artist, you know what I'm talking about. Creating all of these things and not really seeing a return on it is kind of defeating sometimes, which kind of brings me back to yesterday. I was all in my feelings and I was negative and I was frustrated, and I don't know, I was salty in the morning about something that didn't go my way, and it was just one of them days where I was in my head. And then I marched my salty ass to the post office and they were closed, and so I had to walk all the way back home, and snow was pelting me in the face, and I was like, F this weather, and I was really angry yesterday. So just very in my feels, and I was gonna document it, but I just let myself ride out the emotions. But anyway, I'm gonna show you what I'm working on here. All right. She wanted Faith Over Fear on a purple background, so I decided to make like a lighter color in the center. So I did the purple first, and then I put the feathers on, and then I put the gray pieces on there. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I have to put a clear coat on it. And then, excuse my mess here, I'm not sugarcoating nothing. This is life as an artist. It was messier. I cleaned some stuff up, but in between projects, I have labels and tweezers and all this other stuff. I do need to clean some of this up, but these are all the candles I made. In my last vlog, I made the Fruit Loop scent. Where is it? Seriously, if you could smell this candle through the screen, you would fall over a dead happy, because you would die happy if you smelled this. It smells so good. And then I did Hawaiian Sunrise and then Watermelon Lemonade. So I actually have a couple other scents. The one is Warm Vanilla Sugar. And sorry, I'm just gonna bring you with me here. Warm Vanilla Sugar, and let me see what I have in this box. Can't remember. Clean Cotton. And then, oh, I do have some more Hawaiian Sunrise left over, but I have wax and containers coming in the mail today. And then I also have this one art piece that I started in my last vlog, and I kind of want to sketch something out possibly on it today and start painting it potentially. So we'll just kind of see how the day goes. I'm gonna do another art vlog. I know I've been doing quite a few of these, but I've really been enjoying them, and I think that words are hard. They're not coming out. People can really read authenticity, and they can read when you're actually really enjoying what you're doing. So what you're doing, they enjoying what you're doing. But yeah, I feel like people can read that through the screen. So I'm gonna continue to do things that I love to do, because I feel like it conveys on the other side of the screen. So I'm gonna bag up my sister's order. She wanted one of every scent, so she got water lemonade, Fruit Loops, and then the Hawaiian Sunrise here. I'm just gonna use some recycled tissue paper and then these bags that the tins came in. And yeah, we're gonna do it in 1, 2. Oh, and shout out to my sister Amy if you're watching this. I love you long time. Muchos gracias. Mwah, 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 mwah. I appreciate your support. Alrighty, so I put 2 coats of satin clear coat on Judy's painting and it turned out really pretty. I am kind of tooting my own horn right now, but this looks really good. Show you a better angle in the light here. So pretty! There's a nice subtle shine to it. As you may have seen in my previous blog, I finished that painting called Buying Time, which was something that came straight from the heart. It's how I felt as a creative in a 9-to-5, and it was something that is very important to me because I felt emotions so intensely when I was in the 9-to-5 job, as grateful as I was for it, and I was grateful to have a paycheck. I just felt suffocated, and I poured all of my feelings into this one piece. Long story short, I did talk about it in my last vlog. I talked about how I posted it on Instagram, and I ended up taking the post down. And I know that I created this piece for myself, but I also created it for the other people out there that feel like they don't have a voice or they feel like they're silenced because the people around them or society makes them feel like they have to have things in a certain order in their life, or you should have the 9-to-5. Sometimes people want to be entrepreneurs. Sometimes people want to be a business owner. Sometimes people want to take the road less traveled and carve their own path in their lives. And this piece is very special to me and I hold it close to my heart. So the point I'm getting to, I'm gonna have kind of a little vent sesh. I guess this is a venting session because I feel like this needs to be said. I've been on TikTok for 5 years probably, maybe even longer than that, and I've been posting consistently for the last, I want to say almost 3 years, especially, well, the last few months I've been putting all my time and energy into YouTube. I haven't been posting as much on TikTok because I've been frustrated. It's something I've dealt with that my entire experience of TikTok. They oftentimes will shadow ban me. Sorry, my furnace kicked on. I swear something just doesn't want me to talk about this, but I'm saying it. I feel like a lot of times they'll shadow ban my posts, and if it was every once in a while, I would understand. It's not like I'm going and liking every single picture, and I honestly don't scroll on there as often. Hardly ever scroll at all, or hardly ever like posts on there because they shadow ban me so much, and so I've really taken my energy back, and I have been spending less time on the app. Well, anyway, long story short, I have posted this video of my painting, and it's not like it's something that I spent 2 seconds on. This was something that I recorded. It's also on my Instagram as well, but I posted the process of this painting like 3 separate times. When I first posted it, I had no views for the first 30 minutes, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to jump to conclusions. I'm just going to wait an hour and see what happens. And I'm talking about this because this is number 1,056 reasons of why I'm frustrated as a creative, is because I post content that I spend a lot of time and effort and energy into, not to mention I spent, what was it? I spent probably well over 30 hours on this piece, and it's not something that I'm necessarily saying, oh my god, my art's amazing, it's the best in the world, and it's gonna go viral. That's not what I'm saying. I know for a fact that TikTok is shadow banning me, and I'm talking about this because I'm pissed off about it. And they're on my shit list. TikTok is on my shit list. And I normally wouldn't talk about a platform like that, but after 5 years of consistently posting mental health awareness videos and sharing my experience and trying to uplift people and spread awareness of art, and just like, this is a piece that is so important to me, and they did this on some of my other pieces too that had the potential of going viral, and I think that that's why I'm so frustrated, is because it's not like I stopped painting and then at the first painting that I created I expected to go viral, or I expected my whole career to take off. This is stuff that I poured my heart and my soul into, and the entire reason why, I mean, I have chills talking about this, but the entire reason why I came back to art is because it helped heal me. It's something that I hold very close to my heart, and it's something that I'm doing it in honor of my mom. I'm doing it in honor of the people struggling in silence. I'm doing this in honor of all the people who struggle with their mental health or don't feel like they're good enough. And I have those thoughts often, but I want to be a staple and a light for people in this world, that you have the ability to chase after your dreams, and shit like this makes it very hard. And I'm talking about this because, for one, I promised I'd share my journey, and for two, I'm not gonna sugarcoat the truth, and I'm not gonna make it look like this path is easy, because this is frustrating. I have 3 different days I've tried posting this, and I'll show you right here. I legitimately have, I don't know if you can see that, I have 4 views on it, and I posted it almost 2 hours ago, and I'm about to take it down again because apparently they don't want me to show this piece of art. And maybe it's not anything to do with the video, but I just find it a little odd that it's this piece in particular, and it's called Buying Time. And the first original video that I posted of it, I posted a voiceover. I put so much thought and effort and energy into it, and they freaking shadow banned it. Thank God I'm smart enough to edit this stuff in CapCut, so I'm not editing all of this in TikTok, where if I did spend all that time and energy, it's gone because they totally screwed up my post. But I want to share this because I'm doing art for myself, one, because it helps my mental health, but two, I'm doing it for all of the other people, and I'm paving this path for other people because I know one day there's gonna be like tangible proof that it's possible to follow your dreams and chase after them, and there's gonna be ups and there's gonna be downs, and there's gonna be days where you doubt yourself, and there's gonna be people who tell you, oh well, you can't just, you can't let that stuff get to you. Well, yeah, you can say that all you want, but the fact of the reality is that this is shit that I'm going through, and this is stuff that I'm dealing with. And I'm talking about this because so many people feel like they're silenced, and so many people feel like, oh, I shouldn't say that, like I don't want to upset anybody. I'm saying this because it's the truth, and it's stuff that I'm going through, and I struggle with self-doubt, and I'm in recovery every day trying to be better with my mental health, trying to heal myself, trying to be a better functioning person in society, and to light a path for the people who want to do the same things that I'm desiring to do. So anyway, my TED Talk is over. On a lighter note, I do have an Amazon package. I'm pretty sure it's my candle making stuff, so let's do an unboxing. We got a biggins today, y'all. Oh my God. To point this up, my giraffe ass is in the way. Long legs. Did y'all see my clips? My freaking pants are like short. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying. Finding pants is a hard thing. And then, I mean, God bless you if you put them in the dryer and they still fit you, because not my legs. Happy early birthday to me. By the time you see this, my birthday had passed, and I'd be the big old dirty 30. Ooh, just what I expected. Okay, so I have my 10 pounds of wax, which I will be using today. And then I have 2 more cases of these little tins. I will link everything down in the description below. So, tall girl problems. So if you want to buy it, you can, or if you want to purchase this for candle making, you know where to find the stuff. Oh, to add to my little TED Talk anyway, I did want to mention that yesterday I just felt like I needed to go to the grocery store. I'm on this kick of bread and butter zesty pickles. Dude, they're the best. If you haven't had them, buy them. This is not sponsored, but it's my guilty pleasure. If I want a sweet snack, I get bread and butter zesty pickles, and they have to be the Vlasic brand. Anyway, I go to the grocery store, and there's this young man, nicest kid ever. He had to have been like 15, 16 years old, and he was asking me what I was making for dinner, and I kind of felt guilty because I was legit snacking last night and I didn't really make anything for dinner because I was just sulking in my sorrows. I didn't tell him that, but I go, oh, just kind of a snackish night, you know, and he's trying to make conversation. You could tell he's just an outgoing kid, really cool. And he's like, something about, oh, I really like your hair and this and that. And then he was asking me, oh, are you gonna make root beer floats? And because I was buying Diet A&W, and I said, no, actually, I said it's my guilty pleasure. I just really want a Diet A&W, but a 12-pack is like $8.99. And I was like, I remember when Pop was like, I don't know, probably $4.99 when I was your age, and he looked at me really sad and he goes, yeah, I'm kind of scared. He's like, I'm scared for adulthood. And the way that he said it and the way that I felt of how, like, just, it broke my heart to see that from a kid. And I looked at him and I don't know what overcame me. I don't know if it was something I needed to hear too for myself. And I said, you know what though? I said, you're gonna be okay. And I said, everything always has a way of working itself out. So I just hope that it helped him and maybe it helps you on the other side of the screen, because there are so many times where I thought I was like dying from, like, you know, when you have a breakup, you think you're dying, it's heartbreak, or you're going through medical issues and you feel like you're dying because it's harder. You're going through, I've never personally been divorced, but I see YouTubers on here, or you went through a divorce and you're feeling just really kind of down in your feelings and down on yourself about it. So if you're seeing this and you're going through a really hard time, or you don't know how you're gonna make it, things always have a way of working themselves out. It's almost midnight and I got this insane burst of energy. I don't know where it came from. And I really wanna, I don't know, I feel like music always inspires me. I really wanna plug in my amp and sing in my microphone, but it's also midnight on a Tuesday night. Don't really wanna piss off the neighbors, but. And then I was playing my guitar and I'm bored of that, but I could paint, but I don't want to, but I should go to bed. I know if I lay down, I'm not gonna fall asleep. I'm just gonna lay there and my mind's just gonna go. And I don't know why this happens to me sometimes. I don't know if it's insomnia, but they say the best cure for insomnia is to do something before you go to bed. Let me rephrase that. You should do something, like get up and do something, and then try and go to bed. So that's what I'm. Oh my god, my makeup's all smeared. I busted out 30 candles I made today. I didn't really get anything else done. My face is super dry because it's still freaking winter here, but I need more water. Maybe I'll turn on my amp and I'll just, I don't know, I'm whispering. I'll turn on my amp and I'll just put it on a really low setting so that nobody can hear it, hopefully. But it kind of sucks because I have my drum set in here and when things get loud, you can hear it ringing off of the cymbals and stuff. But I kind of want to do a chill song. I hope this doesn't make anybody mad. I have it turned on a low setting, but it's still kind of loud. It's so funny because I am like the quietest neighbor. I seem like I'm very extroverted on my YouTube channel, but a lot of my neighbors know me and I know them, but I don't really hold a conversation for too long. So they're probably shocked when they hear me do this. If they do, I hope they don't.
An official message from Medicare. Turning 65 comes with questions like, how do I enroll in Medicare? What if I'm...
Oh god, I'm happy. I thought it was having a quarter life crisis at 30. I don't want to be 65 yet. We're gonna do T Swift. Shall we call this the acoustic midnight session with Ty? I walked to the door with you. It was cold. Somebody felt like home somehow. And I left my scarf there. Just sister's house.
We didn't just build.
I know I'm tired because my voice is not doing the things I want it to do. I'm bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. I'm bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. I'm bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. This one goes to you, Mama. Up in heaven, I miss you. And I saw my reflection in a snow-covered hill till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky. Children get older and I'm getting older too. Oh my word, my hair. There's a train coming. I think it's a sign I need to travel out of this state. I need to get the fuck out of here. I'll come back. Eventually. Hydrate before you dihydrate. Maybe I know somewhere deep in my soul that love never lasts. Well, you are the only exception. You are the only exception. Oh, when I'm on my way to believing. I think that's, oops, I had to turn it down a little bit. I don't even need this. Why am I doing that? I'm meant to be a performer. These are very real moments. I've wanted to talk about this for the last few weeks, but I think one of the most beautiful things about this journey and quitting my job is these moments where I'm in my house by myself and learning to love who I am. Like, genuinely. But it's living in the walls of this house and like, even though yesterday was rough and I've had more good days than bad. And those bad days don't amount to the joy I felt in my heart, and they don't amount to, fuck, there's just, life is not easy. And I've overcome so much, not my own strength, but I mean, I couldn't have done it, any of this without God. I know not everybody believes in God, but I do because He's really transformed my life. And I'm not sad. These are tears of joy. And I waited a very long time to get to this. God, how many years in therapy, how many years trying different medications to be happy. I feel like I've wasted so much of my 20s being sad. And I still struggle with it. And I'm probably never going to be cured of depression, but I'd like to think my mom would be proud. I know I keep bringing it up, but her death almost killed me. That was hard for me. I know there's people in my life that love me, but I feel like she's the only person in my life that has genuinely understood me. And without her, it's been really hard. I don't care if I'm crying on the internet because these are real emotions. And grief is real. And it doesn't matter how much time has passed. These are the moments where when I get to where I'm going in life, I'm gonna look back and be so happy I had this time. Even though there's this resistance I'm fighting of being comfortable with the quiet, being comfortable with the stillness, being comfortable with being uncomfortable, not having a plan set in stone. I've always had a plan B my entire life. I've always done, it's gross, I'm wiping my freaking snot. This is Tyler. I'm wiping my snot on my sleeves. It's what I do. I'm kind of a mess sometimes, but I think everybody is. But fuck, I forgot what I was saying. I was talking about the resistance and how much I've been fighting it, how much I've wanted growth, and you know, God just keeps saying, be still. And I'm really trying to remind myself, but I'm also allowing myself to feel those intense emotions of, God, is it my turn yet? And I know a lot of people can relate to this, but there's some people who effortlessly things fall into their lap, and that's never been the case for me. And I feel like reflecting on, you know, all of the cases that came out in Hollywood, all of the dreams and aspirations I had as a child, I'm happy it didn't work out that way. I wanted to be a Disney Channel star. I wanted to be in acting. I was the weird kid. My mom called me the little weirdo, not out of hate, but out of love, because I could do voiceovers and I could do so many things and I could act, and she saw it in me. And I'm very happy I didn't go down that road, because I've seen so many lost souls in Hollywood, people that grow up to be adults and they're just lost. And it's really sad because they're very talented people and they were taken advantage of. And I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, but looking at that and then looking at, I know I wanted to be a high fashion model before I started dyeing my hair funky colors again and got covered in tattoos. I moved out to the East Coast to pursue my dreams, and it didn't work out, and I was frustrated and I didn't know why, but I have hair in my mouth. I don't think I got it. It's a dog hair. It's Cricket's hair. I moved out there to pursue my dreams of modeling, and it didn't work out, and I was so frustrated and angry, and I was like, why, God, why? Because no one would just ever fucking pick me, and I couldn't understand why, and now I think I do, because I feel like God will keep you hidden until it's the right time. I look like the Loch Ness Monster. Just kidding. I feel like no matter where we're at in our life, it's all in God's time. That's what I was saying. It's all in God's timing, and if we get a blessing too soon, it can be a curse. And I constantly have to remind myself of that. This rest period that I have is something I've prayed for. And what is it in the humanness in our brains that doesn't just allow us to absorb that doesn't feel like that's good enough, that wants to keep going? I don't know if it's like a survival mechanism, but why can't I just be still and know that everything's gonna work out? Even though I know that, my mind still is like, well, what if you run out of money? What if this happens? What if that happens? Intuitively, in my heart, my soul, my body, spirit, and my gut, and what I hear from God, it's all going to work out better than I ever anticipated. So why do I even question? Why do we question? There's this evil thing of fear. Fear holds us back from so much. Fear kept me at a job that I was miserable at for how long. And I'm not degrading the company. It just wasn't for me. And I was so unfulfilled and I was so unhappy because I was good at it, but it wasn't my purpose. I wasn't following my purpose, so there was this resistance. I could go on and on about this, and it was probably like a 13-minute video, and I gotta cut some of this out, but this is the real shit, and this is what I'm showing. I don't know where this YouTube channel is gonna go. Maybe it doesn't go anywhere, and it's not about the number of subscribers. It's not about getting monetized. I have to remind myself that this is for the generations to come. It's to make a difference. Impact. Impact has been the word on my heart. It's been on my mind, my body, and my spirit. Impact. What kind of impact do I want to have in life? And I had to check my heart space yesterday because I found myself focused on numbers again, and I found myself focused. Every time I do that, I get down, and I need to stop doing that, but I keep going back to it. It's like a habit. It's like an addiction, looking at the stats, looking at the numbers. So I'm gonna have to make a promise to myself where I can only look at it once a day or once a week, because that shit will drive you crazy. When you're constantly checking your growth, it's almost like you're putting too much pressure on yourself. Why can't I just be still and know? I don't know. I don't know if it's because I'm almost 30. Yay. I'm alive another day. It's a blessing. I do know that, but yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed because I'm rambling. Good night.